It did not do that countdown. Are we are we live?
We are
Okay.
live.
All right. Hey everybody. We are live. Um Forgive me. This is my first time going live and I am so excited to do this Challenge 36 fantasy team draft with Charles and Drew. Thank you all if you're all in on the live. Thank you all for tuning in. I want to say before we even get started, a huge thank you to Charles and Drew for making this dream come true. I've been wanting to do this for the challenge for a couple of seasons now since I saw it over on Rob had the podcast with Survivor. I was like, oh, this would be fun for the challenge. So huge thank you for doing this with me. But I want you gentlemen to go ahead and introduce yourself. Do you want to start, Charles?
Of course. And again, thank you for having me, Angie. You know, you're my girl. So whenever you hit me up, I'm like, what can I do? I'm definitely here to help out.
And I
So my
appreciate
name
that.
is my name is Charles Warren. I am a writer. I am a performer. I will be launching my hip hop dance fitness classes again very soon on my channel, Charles Warren. You get to see me talk pop culture, Janet Jackson. You'll see me talk about these reality competition shows. You see a couple of vlogs, which will also come back. And I will also be doing like entrepreneur business videos as well. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything. So just tune in.
Okay, we're looking forward to it. And a new friend of mine, Drew, thank you so much. Like, I've only met Drew one time, but when I asked him, he was like, I'm in. I want to do this. And I appreciate you. Do you want to introduce yourself, Drew?
Yeah. My name is Drew Angelman. I do Angel Cake Entertainment on YouTube, where I talk about reality competition based TV shows. Mainly the challenge is my bread and butter, but I've gotten into doing like Survivor and Big Brother videos, which on Charles's stream and his channel, that's where me and Angie met. And we had a great old time. And I love talking about the challenge. Whenever somebody is ecstatic about the challenge, I always jump in to talk about it with them. So when you uh, thought of me, I was honored, and I quickly said yes because I'm so excited about this season, and just being able to pick fantasy teams for the challenge sounded really cool. And I hope I don't come in last.
Me too. Me too. Now, we're doing this for bragging rights. This is bragging rights only, but I want those bragging rights. I want to win.
Yeah, I think we all do. Drew, I think Drew is the
Okay,
professional, and then me and Angie are
probably
like
you.
the super fans. So we're gonna try to get this together.
Yes. Okay. We're about to get right into the draft, but first we said we were going to do team names. Now, as you can see, I am Kiss My Cheeks TV, but my team name is Kiss My Cheeks Josh. And that is because out of everyone, like I do have the last pick for the boys, so the only way I'm going to pick Josh is if he's last. So that's a little bit of fun. That's my team name. Kiss My Cheeks, Josh. Charles, what is your team name?
Well, I guess we can go with the W's for the Warren. We can call it the winning team. I want to be the winning team.
Okay, the
Hashtag the winning
winning
team.
team. A
Hmm.
nice fantasy football name. Okay. Drew, what do you have?
You know what? I'm gonna go with take a name, take a play off my name, Angel Cake, and go with Angel Camroy.
Okay.
Now I like that. I like that. And you have the first girl's pick, so I hope that's not a clue.
It might be. I might be
Okay.
showing my hand a little too soon, but I don't mind because I have the first pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a quick overview of the Challenge 36. You know, it's the double agents. They're out in Iceland. I personally don't like the cold challenges, but we're going to rock with it. I pulled a few of the rules. Now, when I went through these rules, it helped me kind of navigate my notes for my picks. The Red Skulls are back. I heard there's only 10 Red Skulls. I'm confused about the 10 Red Skulls, but I'm sure I will get more informed when we see episode 1. There's no tribunal, which I kind of hit or miss with that. Whoever wins the challenge, they're all in pairs. They're in boy-girl pairs. They said whoever wins the challenge that week gets to throw in whatever pair they want. So it's either you win and you're safe or you're unsafe. And then everyone else secretly votes. Now, I do like the secret vote, but they say the winning team can view the secret votes. So then I'm like, is it really a secret vote? I don't know. But all of that, we aren't going to go through the pairs, but we know who the pairs are. So all of that helped me come up with my list. And there's something about a rogue agent in the rules. Does anyone know about this rogue agent?
No.
I guess we'll learn that episode 1 as well. So that's just a little bit of what this season is going to be about. It seems like it's a pair season, but all the eliminations are individual. So you can have an opportunity to switch partners, steal partners. Your partner can lose their elimination and be gone. So it seems like it's going to be a lot of flip-flopping, which I like. And it seems like it's just going to be a really good season. So with all that said, we're going to start the draft with the boys. I feel like there's a lot of strong boys this season, and you really can't go wrong. But my motto for this draft is experience is a good teacher. So let's get started and see who we're going to have as our first pick in the draft for the boys. Charles, you have pick number 1. Who do you have?
Alrighty, so with pick number 1 in round number 1, I wanted to take someone that has brute strength, someone that has the respect of their peers, and someone that's within the clique. There is already a clique of guys that's coming into the house. It's like 4 or 5 strong. Yeah. So I definitely wanted to take the biggest out of the bunch. So with my first pick, I took Fessy. Fessy is my very first pick in round 1.
All right. That's a good pick.
That's a great pick. He was number 1 on my list as well, so I'm kind of angry about that. But it is what it is. Let me mark him off of my list. I like Fessy.
He was actually 4th on my list.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened 4th?
Just for the sole fact that if he does make it far, last season in the finals, he kind of gassed out. And this one's happening so close after that finals that I'm worried that did he prepare enough in the high altitude, in the snow, to get over that hump and get the win in his second season. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. I think he's a physical guy. He's going to win against a lot of these people. So I think he can make it far. It's just, what will he do when he gets there?
Can he make it in the snow again? I agree. I think Fessy is for sure going to be a Red Skull holder. So you can't go wrong with that pick. Okay, let's jump down to number 2. Fingers crossed, Drew don't take my number 2 pick. What do you have?
I think I already gave it away in my name, and I think I'm going to have to go with Leroy on this one as my number 1 pick. He comes in always as a physical guy. He always comes in the top physical condition. He took a season off, so he doesn't have that PTSD of the bunker. Every time he comes in playing with Cam, he makes it to a finals. They both make it to a finals. In Vendettas, they were really close. They both made it to the finals in that season, and they made it in War of the Worlds 2. They're coming in as a power couple, and I think he's just long overdue. This is his 12th season. He made it to 4 finals. He has a fantastic elimination record, and if any of these eliminations are any indication of last season was more physical than puzzle-based. Yeah. So I feel that Leroy has a great shot. And then there's that one elimination that he did in Battle of the Exes 2 with Naya. That's apparently in this season where he's hanging upside down.
I saw that one.
Except it's not on a log, it's on a steel beam. And I think he beasted it out on that log. Let's see what he can do on a beam. So I'm gonna pick Leroy.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw my reaction.
I did.
Was
I
Leroy
did.
top on your list?
On my list, Leroy is number 9. So he's very far down on my list, and just to hear him come up, I'm happy that he's gone because I wasn't going to pick him anyways. To me, I feel like I see Leroy too many times on every season. He can't swim, he can't do puzzles, and he seems to always be on the losing end of the stick. Every season, he just cannot get a break. Yeah, so
I agree.
Leroy's not someone I would select.
Drew, I had Leroy as number 7.
Oof.
You reached. That was a reach. um, I like Leroy, but his best friend Bananas isn't there, so he doesn't have that bubble of fear of Bananas to protect him, and he just doesn't quite get over that hump. Now, I do think he'll do well with Cam being there. He is a physical beast. He is great in eliminations, but Leroy is not that great in like the daily challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, okay. So I can give it to you for this part. I feel like out of all the guys, Leroy may be the most connected on the women's side.
Yeah.
You saw the video where they talk about their allies. Almost
Mhm.
half of the women said that Leroy is one of their allies. They love Leroy. So if it comes to where he needs the votes of the women to get the person he wants in an elimination, then I think Leroy is definitely probably the most connected male there and could have some pull, that way.
True.
Yeah, and I would like to say that in Battle of the Exes 2, Bananas and Nany were eliminated early. He made friends with Wes and Teresa. He was able to not have Bananas there, still making it far. And then also in War of the Worlds 2, Bananas left early on in that season after being thrown in a cage with Theo, and he was able to make it to a final. So I see where the criticism is coming from, but sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit.
Yeah,
so
You
exactly.
do. I can see Leroy being a red skull holder. So, because I also think it might be a good thing that Bananas is not there, because most people would try to go after Leroy to get at Bananas. So that could be a positive as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have number 3. My list is wide open, and this actually makes it harder for me that you picked Leroy, because now I have to pick between my 2 and my 3. I'm going to just go ahead and go with my number 2, which is Wes. Wes, when I say experience is a good teacher, Wes has been in, what did they say, 14 seasons. He has a lot of challenge wins. He's great at eliminations. Wes is a politicker. He can get himself in and out of a good situation. And he's the rookie whisperer. Like, the rookies love Wes, and he can always get a good rookie alliance going. So I'm gonna go with Wes. That's my first pick in round 1. What do you guys think?
Drew?
So I think that is a good pick. Coming in with only 4 champs on the cast list, picking one of them right off the bat is really, really strong. I think coming into a season where you have to win elimination to make it into a finals, Wes has seen 22 eliminations. He's gotten 14 wins. The only thing is that he is riding a 2 elimination losing streak coming from Total Madness and War of the Worlds 2. Granted, War of the Worlds 2, he had a cold, and he lost to Bear easily, and then he lost to Bananas, who ultimately won the season last season. But I think Wes is going to be strong. Like you said, he has a ton of allies. He only mentioned one in that promo video, which is CT, but he has a ton of people that he always works with. He always slides into people's DMs. So he's going to come in with numbers. It's just, can he execute in eliminations on this cast list?
Yeah, I think Wes is probably the most known character on this season. Just talking fan base perception. And Wes is an interesting character because this season he's going to be associated with the big group of 4 or 5 guys that are already come in clicked. But I have him number 7 on my list because I just think there are some bigger guys that could definitely take him one-on-one in a Red Skull situation. You know, I think Wes is very smart. He's very manipulative, but I don't know how well he'll do when it gets down into the one-on-one competition.
Yeah, I have him number 8. I forgot to mention. I have him number 8.
So I reached.
Thank you, Angie, for taking him off the board. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. I am up first since we're going in the snake. With the
Round
4th
2.
pick. Round 2. I don't want to reach again. This is going to be hard because it's a long way before I get to pick again. So I need to pick really good. I'm nervous. Okay. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go with CT. I have to go with CT. He was my number 3 pick, so I might as well get my number 2 and my number 3 while I have the opportunity. CT is a beast at the daily challenges. It doesn't matter how out of shape you may think he is. When it comes to these challenges, a light comes on and he performs. When it comes to eliminations, I think people will be scared of him. I think he will learn his lesson from last year and not just jump in any elimination. So I don't even know if that's how it works, but I think he's gonna finesse it to where he gets into an elimination that he knows he can win against someone he knows he can win. And I think once CT has his Red Skull, I don't see anyone wanting to challenge him for his Red Skull. So I'm here for it. CT, that's my my second pick. What you think?
Yeah, I like CT. CT is number 3 on my list. So he would have been definitely taken by me if he would have made it all the way back down this way. So I think that was a very good pick. I think this season, if CT happens to win this season, will be his final season. I think he's just waiting to get that win so he can go out on top. Very similar to Bananas, maybe. I don't know if Bananas will ever come back. If it was me, I would leave on a win. But yeah, CT has gone a while without winning again. So I think he's waiting for that next win and then he'll retire.
Just one. He just won that group 1 with Rogan, D, and Jordan.
Yeah, 34. He just won 34.
Yeah, so he just won a season 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago, yeah.
Yeah, I will say that I think if you're going by your mantra and your theme, that you picked a very good second pick with your picks, 1 and 2. CT, another champion, one of only 4. I had him 3rd on my list. He's coming in a little bit more slimmer, a little bit sleeker. He packed on some muscle more than he did pounds this time around, which is fantastic because he looks like the CT of Duel 2, which we all know what happened in Duel 2. I think you did a fantastic job picking 1 and 2 here with your first 2 picks. I would say that CT, I don't know if I would have picked him. I think I would have went back and forth now that I have the next pick, but now I don't have to go back and forth with this.
Okay, well, who do you have for your second round pick?
All right. At number 2, I'm going to go with my number 2. I'm just going to keep with my theme right here. And I'm going to go with Mr. Teen Mom OG. I'm going to go with Corey Wharton, just coming off of going to the finals in Total Madness after taking a couple of seasons off. He looked focused. He had a really good season. I think he won 3 daily challenges, was in the tribunal 4 times. In the first part of the finals, he won day 1, and he tried to get Bananas eliminated in the finals, but Rogan couldn't do it. I think Corey's coming in smarter, more focused. He did have help from Nelson taking his spot in the elimination if Bananas was going to throw him in at that last spot. I guess we'll just assume Bananas and Kyle were going to throw Corey in, but ultimately they went with Nelson, and Corey was able to make it into the finals, take home third place. I think he's going to be focused again, and I think he's going to be ready to come and play and try to make it to another finals.
I agree. Corey is a great pick. He was actually in my next section of round 2 picks. Corey also, I mean, he also kind of threw it in the snow last season in the finale. Didn't he get third?
Yeah, he got third. I think I want to put out a rumor that I think that he knew he wasn't going to make it first, and he kind of just like started lugging back and let Kyle get second place. That's what I think, because there's no incentive to getting even second place. So there's no, if you're not like seeing first place in your peripherals, then it's kind of like, I'll just let him. I can't make it that far. I can't push myself that hard. So that's what I think that happens.
Money.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Okay, well, okay, I can see that, because it was. I'm gonna go with that theory, because I was wondering, like, Kyle was in last. How did he get all the way to second? But I still think Corey is a good pick. He is great in eliminations. He's great at the daily challenges. I don't remember who his partner was, so I don't know if that's going to help him or not. But
if they can do math, it'll help him. That's what struggled him on the top of that mountain.
Yes. And this season, I didn't see a lot of puzzles. Like last season was kind of with the challenges. Yeah. Like these challenges look intense. So
yeah.
Did you talk about Corey, Charles?
Corey was my second overall pick, so you took him right before I could take him. Yeah. You got a great pick there, Drew. His partner is Tori, so that is a really big duo right there. Because Tori is, I mean, not spoiled nothing. I don't want to influence your female picks, but yeah, that's going to be a duo to definitely watch. Corey is also within that clique, and yeah, I think he's going to be a part of the boys calling the shots. He's going to get the opportunity to go against one of the rookies, and he's very strong and very good at elimination. So great pick.
Thank you.
Okay. So it's your turn, Charles. Who do you have since Drew took Corey, so who's up next?
All righty. So with my second pick, I will go with my number 4 overall male competitor, and it's a rookie. His name is Nam.
Okay.
This competitor from American Ninja Warrior is going to be okay. So follow me, guys. Follow me here. When you watch the challenge, they do have a lot of foreign competitors. And I have in mind Turbo, somebody that a lot of people really did not know, but Turbo is literally one of the greatest competitors in the challenge ever.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping this is me putting my cards on the table that Nam will be
Turbo.
that breakout star. Because to pick someone from American Ninja Warrior, there are so many competitors. Why him? What makes him special? He matches up well with a Josh or a Fessy because he's big. And when you saw the interviews with a lot of the returnees, they did mention Nam. Nam is somebody that is chiseled. He's big. He's somebody to watch out for. So I don't think the returners will want to go one-on-one with him. Yeah. So Nam is my number 2 pick.
Nam was actually my number 4 pick, so I think that was a great pick for you in the second round. I agree with you with the American Ninja Warrior, because I look at Ninja. Didn't she come from Ninja Warriors?
Yeah.
So she came on and she was good. A lot of these challenges are jumping and catching and all that stuff they do on Ninja Warriors. I don't know about the eliminations as much. I think Nam will do great in the challenges. Elimination is a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different mindset, but he has a great partner in Lolo. So I'm sure
Yes.
they're gonna finesse a way for him to get a Red Skull in a strategic way and not throw him in against CT or something like that. So I think that's a great pick. I definitely see him being a Red Skull carrier for sure.
Yeah, coming in, watching Nam on Ultimate Beastmaster on Netflix, and then going to his Instagram, seeing some of his YouTube videos or some of the YouTube videos that he's featured in. This dude is chiseled out of marble. He is. I'm almost upset that we're in a cold environment because he's just gonna be bundled up in hoodies and
Yeah.
sweaters the whole time, and this dude is ripped. I think I think a lot of these rookies, it's tough to see where they're going to fall at the end of the day, like where all their strengths and weaknesses are. But with Nam, he's coming in and from, like you guys said, an obstacle course background, to where a lot of the stuff that the challengers are doing in these daily challenges are almost translation from American Ninja Warrior and Ultimate Beastmaster. The only thing, and Angie kind of touched on it, is the eliminations. I'm worried that he's so big. Does he have the killer instinct to go one-on-one? Because we saw it kind of like, I'm thinking of like Jenny versus Tori in War of the Worlds 2 in that hall brawl. Coming into it, people were worried for Tori because Jenny was so big, and they were like, oh, Jenny's going to rip her head off. Come to find out, Tori wins 2-0. And it's kind of like Jenny was like, I wasn't in the right headspace. I'm going against a friend. I've never went one-on-one like this. Is this something that could get Nam to where he's like, I'm going against a friend. I don't want to hurt him. And then he could get eliminated by that. I think that's a possibility. But if I'm putting my money on it, I mean, Nam is a huge physical threat. And I have high hopes, although I do have him at number 7 on my list.
Okay. Charles, it's your turn again. Who are we going to start
My
the third
pick
round
number
with?
3. My third pick. All right, so this one's hard. Okay, I'm gonna just do it. With my third pick, I'm going to take Darrell. Darrell is going to be my third pick. He's my 5th overall. Angie got 2 vets. Drew got Leroy. So let me go ahead and take Darrell. We need, I guess, split up the people that have been on the show for a long time, and I'll take Darrell if any of them. So yeah, I'm glad to take Darrell. I don't know if he still has the killer instinct because, he's like this dad and all these things, but he is paired up with a very athletic rookie female competitor with Amber B from Big Brother. So I think they'll be a great pair because I think he has the knowledge of the game similar to Wes. I think he has the social skills similar to Leroy. So I think he'll be able to, maneuver his way throughout the game without being so much targeted per se.
I'm actually being a hater right now because Darrell was my number 5 pick as well. And the list is getting kind of slim. I think Darrell was a great pick. Darrell was a great pick. I think he's going to have a lot of fire in him. I don't think he's going to back off at all. He's very chiseled. I just saw a picture of him today, a shirt off picture on Instagram. So he's definitely ready to go. Darrell is also in a good spot to where he's in with the vets, like the CTs, the Wesses, but he's also in with the homeboys like Nelson and Corey. So he's in a really good position in the game. I think that was a great pick. I'm hating on that pick, actually.
Yeah, same here. I have him at number 5 as well, and I was going to pick him the next time I could pick, which was going to be right after you. So I was going to pick him. Yeah, I'm really excited that Darrell's back. I thought he was done dirty in Dirty 30, where Corey just sent him straight to the Redemption House, and we didn't see him back in there. I think he matches up well with a lot of these, with a lot of the cast, I should say. I was going to say rookies, but against the whole cast, I would put my money on Darrell. And if he gets even close to the finals, I would put all my money on him because he hasn't been to a finals that he can't win yet. So, and I don't think he's ever seen a partner that he can't make a champion besides Cara. But that wasn't necessarily his fault. I think it was the Exiles' fault. Gosh, Fresh Meat stunk with those Exiles. But I'm happy that he's back, and I'm upset that you took him right before I could.
Okay, so we're in that same situation. Drew, Charles just took your pick, so who do you have next?
I mean, looking at the rest of this list, I think makes my pick a lot easier for this round, and it's going to have to be Nelson. Nelly T got really close last season. He has a phenomenal elimination record of 9-3-1. He even tied Darrell. He's won against Corey twice in elimination. He's won against Kyle in elimination. Almost making it to a second finals last season, just barely losing to Rogan. If he would have just let go of Rogan a half a second sooner, I think he would have won both rounds of the Hall Brawl and would have made it to the finals. I think he's going to be laser focused this season. Again, like Corey, he took a couple of seasons off, got into a little bit of trouble calling out Kayla and getting the whole house to hate him at one point. But he had that redemption arc by going into the elimination for Corey. But I think this time around, he's going to be like, all right, I did that for Corey last time. It's my turn. I need to take care of business, and I need to go into the finals and win myself some money, because he came close in Invasion. And I think he has a really good shot.
Charles?
I think Nelson is a younger Leroy. So when it comes to Nelson, I do think he has the strength. I think he has the passion. I think it's there. But he can't swim, and he has a very weak partner in Amber M. Amber M is his partner. So I think they may be targeted early as a pair. And I've never seen Nelson do a puzzle. Is he good at puzzles? I'm not sure. I don't know.
He's not so good at puzzles.
But on my overall list, he was number 11 out of 15. So
oof.
I wasn't going to select him.
Oof.
I actually was hoping that you would have selected anyone else besides Nelson, because I'm next. I think that was a great pick. Like, when I look at the rest of the list, I'm just picking to kind of hope they get a Red Skull, but I don't see, like, my for sure Red Skull holders have already been picked. So Nelson was the last one that I had hopes for. So now I'm kind of just, thank you very much, Drew. No, but I like Nelson.
The top five have all been gone.
I think he has a great story of, can he come back and do it again, since he gave it all away for Corey? And I'm hoping that he can. I mean, that moment last season alone just made me a Nelson fan. So yeah, I'm hoping he can go far. So I'm next, the last one in the third round. I'm just going to go by my trusty list here and stick to my gut and just go with Jay. I like Jay over everyone else, mostly because Jay does have the bragging rights of saying he beat CT. And Jay is not a rookie, so I don't see him getting thrown in again and again and again and again and again and again. He went in so many times. What did he win? He won twice, and he got eliminated by CT. So he has the ability to win these eliminations and hold a Red Skull, and maybe he might get to keep it. I don't know, because he's not a rookie. So, but Jay.
Okay, I actually had him. I actually had him at number 9 as well. I think he showed a lot of tenacity last season. I think he's going to get a lot of respect this season coming into it after winning 2 eliminations, one against a rookie, one against CT, and then getting medically DQ'd. Like, technically he didn't lose. He got DQ'd from the one against Rogan in Fireball. So I think he's going to come in with a little bit more respect, a little bit more people looking out for him. It's just, will he get the Red Skull and then keep it? is the main question.
It all depends because I'm so confused because Charles, you said there's 10 Red Skulls, 5 for the guys, 5 for the girls.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that
Mhm.
says once you have those 5, now you're just competing to take somebody's Red Skull. So that is going to be hard for Jay if it's like that, because he'll be the one where people will be like, well, let's go after Jay's. So
Yeah.
Yeah. With Jay, I have him at number 10 on my list. I really wanted to pick him if it came back to me, but obviously it did not. I think he has a good chance because he's aligned with Natalie and Nam. Those 3 are
Mhm.
a trio of friends. So that is a plus to it. And I think there are rookies that will be taken out first. So I don't think they'll be really worried about Jay at the very beginning. But like you said, Angie, once the 5 are taken, I don't know who he can like hand-to-hand combat take their skull from them out of the top 5. So
True.
yeah.
agreed. Okay, so going into round 4, I have the first pick. I'm just gonna go. I mean, Drew said something that now has me kind of like, but I'm still gonna go with Kyle because you just
Oh.
convinced me that they let Kyle get second place. But I'm gonna still go with Kyle because he did second place in the snow. The only thing that worries me this season with Kyle is his crew is not there. Like, I don't see any of his old friends in the house with him. Kyle can make friends with anyone quickly, so I don't think that's truly going to be a problem for him. He is also a rookie female whisperer. Like, we know he can rally a group of girls to, go his way if he needs to. So I'm going to go with Kyle. I think ultimately I don't like Kyle because he's one of those who's scared to go into the whatever the floor is going to be called this season. He's a scary one, but he can win it. So I'm gonna go with him. What do you all think?
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Kyle. I have him at number 12 above
Me
2
too.
rookies and Josh. So to me, he doesn't have a great elimination record. He's 3 and 5, I believe. He's seen 8 eliminations. He won against Josh last season. He's won against CT in the ring toss with JP, and then he won against Bear in War of the Worlds, the season 33. He's made 2 finals, one in Vendettas where he was buddies with Cara. He didn't go into a single elimination. She could have thrown him in and saved Leroy in Vendettas. Apparently, that wasn't on her agenda, and she decided to just keep Kyle and sent Leroy in to go against Brad. So that saved him. And then last season, Kyle didn't make it into a single tribunal until the final one when Bananas and Casey brought him in, when Bananas said, hey, we got to bring him in or he's going to be voted into the elimination and then he's going to lose. And so that was Bananas looking out for Kyle. As you said, there's no crew looking out for him this season. Luckily, it's partner, but I'm not high on Kyle. And I think if he gets sent in against Josh again, he could win, but I don't know about it's kind of like the Jay thing. If he gets his Red Skull, or is he going to be able to keep it?
Yeah. And his partner is Nany, which makes it look even worse now.
Yikes.
Okay. Woo! Drew, it's your turn again.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to have to take just a leap of faith on this one. And I'm going to go with a rookie at my number 10 spot. And that is going to be Lio Rush from WWE. He's coming in at 5'6", but he is a professional wrestler. So he's coming in with great physicality, great speed, flair for the dramatics. I'm not a WWE fan, but I've seen people comment to me when I said that, and they were like, oh, Lio, he's known to be a heel in WWE. He is known to get in trouble with some of the things. He just says whatever he wants to say and kind of just goes with the flow. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want in the challenge. I want somebody to just say what they feel and see what's going on. I like the promo or the trailer where Tori was asking Corey where he heard something, where he heard a rumor, and then Lio Rush's picture just comes right in the middle of them, which kind of scares me because if he talks too much, maybe he'll put a target on his back and he'll be thrown into an elimination. I think he will get picked on for his size and stature, but I think he's going to be a tough person to get an elimination win off of.
I think that's a great pick.
I think
he was in that same category with Kyle in my 4th round picks. But of course, you know, my motto is I'm going to give it to people who have a little bit more experience.
Yeah.
I think no matter where we go with the challenge, that rookie card is always going to be on people's backs and they're going to be easy targets. So, but of the rookies, I think he's a good one to pick.
Yeah,
Okay,
with
Charles.
Leo, I have him at number 12. I had Leo at number 12.
I had him at 12
or
too.
13. Yeah, so I don't know. He's definitely going to be the fire starter this season. I don't know if that will make him a target. And I don't think he has a great partner either this time. He's with Gabby, so yeah.
You guys keep bringing up these partners, but Tori says in the promo that your partner can get stolen, you can get stolen. So I'm not even thinking about partners. I'm just thinking like what's going to happen kind of thing.
Wait, he's number 13. He's number 13 on my list. Let me tell you.
Oh no.
In one of the trailers, you see Corey handcuffed to Gabby.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, well, that means Gabby's partner was eliminated if she's now partnered with Corey. So I'm like, dang, that means Leo probably went home early because in the trailer, they show Corey and Gabby together. But yeah.
You can't read too much into that because you can also steal partners, not necessarily just have them eliminated. Like someone could have just stole Tori from Corey. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope that's the case.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot of twists and turns, which to me is going to make for a great season.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Let's round up the 4th round. Charles, who do you have?
Okay, so this 4th round, make it quick because we don't have many left. I am going to take Devin with my 4th pick. I'm actually very happy that he was not selected because he's my 6th pick overall.
You
above
have to explain
a lot
that.
of the guys you said. So with Devin, I am hoping that because of his pair, he's with a very strong female. He's with Nicole. Nicole and Devin, she can be the muscle, he can be the brains. With puzzles, with manipulation, I could see Devin taking the cake. And he's also in the best shape of his life, whatever that means. And yeah, so I think
that every season.
So I think Devin, this might be Devin's turn to, I don't think he'll get a Red Skull. He might get it, but I don't think he'll have it at the end. I'm just taking this pick as someone not going home early. Yeah.
To me, Devin is someone who I didn't even really, when we put together the production of a show, understand why he was even there. Like, if there's no bananas there, to me, there's no Devin. Like, that's his storyline. What, if anything, I'm curious to see what is his storyline going to be. I never thought he was a great competitor. When he did beat Bananas, it was at Light Bright. That wasn't a great competition. As we already stated at the beginning, this season looks to be very physical, not very puzzle friendly. So that's going to hurt Devin. So I had Devin, well, I guess I shouldn't shade him too much. He was number 11, so he wasn't that far at the end of my list. But okay, for the fourth round, I mean, hey, you got to pick somebody. Everybody's getting picked. So,
Well,
yeah, it's only 3 people left, 4 people left.
right.
Well, I will say that I did have Devin at number 11 as well, just behind Leo. For fourth round, I think Devin is a good pick. He's been in 4 eliminations. He's 3-1 in those eliminations. So you're getting a guy with more elimination wins than losses. Fun fact, though, that one loss came in Rivals 3, and him and Cheyenne were out like in episode 2, and then they came in as a replacement team and were voted in every single week and got really lucky skull picks and then made it to the finals. And that's his only finals appearance. Yes, he beat Bananas, but I'm with you, Angie. I don't know. He was so Bananas heavy in his first couple of seasons that I'm hoping that maybe now that Bananas isn't in the season, that he can be a little bit more like in the Instagram video. He talked about how he has a lot of friends, but he's not necessarily going to jump into an alliance with them, that he wants to play the game and not have the game play him, which I feel like he was doing. Like he was overthinking about how he can take out Bananas instead of looking at the overall big picture. So I'm hoping that that is different, but like Charles said, I don't know, kind of like with what we said about all the other people that we just talked about, like, will he keep it is the one thing. I think in the trailer, I saw somebody, I want to say it was Devin, but it was like more of a silhouette, but I could see like it was American flag on his like little lapel, and he had like Devin's hair, and he was like in like the on his knees pose in the elimination, like he lost or something to that effect. So I don't know. But I had him at number 11, so I had him above other people.
Okay.
Yeah, I had him at number 6. He's a great swimmer.
I can't even recall. Like whenever I think Devins, I think Bananas. Like that's it. That's all I can think of. But let's the fifth round should be very easy. It's 3 people left. I don't even really get to pick. So let's get the fifth round started. Charles, who do you have?
Oh, you know I'm taking Josh. So Josh is going to be my last pick. Pick number 5. I think Josh is partnered up with a top 3 female competitor in the game. I think Josh is a great swimmer, as you saw him with, oh my God, what was her name? The girl that's no longer welcome back. Anyways, he's a great swimmer. He's strong.
Is it D?
Yes, D. Yes, okay. D. He is strong. He can carry things for his team. We've seen him do well partnered with others. But he does give you Bad Girls Club vibes. Every season, he wants to be the rowdy girl on campus. And he wants to throw things, fight, bring the drama as if this is Bravo. So that will be his downfall in the game. But I do think you never know with Josh. Josh could possibly get an elimination, and I don't even know if I believe it myself, but he may win one day. Maybe one day.
I dislike Josh. You see my name. My team name is Kiss My Cheeks Josh. I'm so happy. I don't even care who Drew picks. I'm just happy I'm not going to be stuck with Josh. Nice things, say mean things, say nice things. Josh does seem to be good at the challenges. He's a great swimmer. Like you said, he's strong. He's even a great runner. Like Josh isn't bad at the challenges. It's his attitude socially that is going to be his downfall. Like he's already all over the trailers yelling and screaming at someone. He wants to fight. Wes is there. Is he still going to want to have a beef with Wes? I hope not. But he's going to aggravate me. And so it's hard for me to root for someone, especially being on my team, and you aggravate me. You can have Josh. That was a great pick.
Yeah, I have Josh at 15. And it's only because... And it's only because I feel like the rookies, I would rather take the rookies' potential upside over what I know from what Josh can bring to the challenge. He is 0-3 in eliminations right now. Technically, he could be 0-4 if we count the Purge Challenge and War of the Worlds. He didn't win. Alan broke his arm. He had to be taken out on episode 1, and Josh was brought in to be the last pick for Amanda. I will say that this is a partner season, and Josh did a great job as a partner, and he was actually a good team player. But yeah, I think last season was his best opportunity to get his first elimination win against Kyle, who is 3-5 or 2-5 at that point in eliminations, and he just couldn't take care of business. And looking at the type of cast that is on this season, I think it's going to be even tougher for him, if I do say so myself. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, he's another one of those scared to go in. He's very scared to go in elimination. So
yeah, he made it far the last 2 seasons in War of Worlds 2 and last season, but he didn't go into an elimination until the very end. So that's why he made it very far.
And what's so strange, I guess he's different in person than when he comes off on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone likes Josh. Like, he gets on people's nerve, but people like hanging out with him. They like being in alliance with him.
Mm-hmm.
I even watched one of the clips where the girls were like talking about who they liked in the house, and a couple of them said Josh, and I was like, what? Really? But people like him. People like him, and it says something. I don't know, but I dislike him. Let's Drew, you decide who's on my team. So who do you have?
I'm going to go with my 13th pick, and I'm going to go with Michi Harris from X on the Beach. I really don't know what to expect from Michi. He's coming in. He's on some of the trailers. He's on some of the promos. He has some muscle. I think he's also a singer and dancer, so he has that endurance. He has some physicality. So I'm going to pick him. I think I like what I see so far from what I saw on X on the Beach, and I think he can get something together socially to get some traction within the house.
I think so too. I think I like Michi from X on the Beach. I actually watched that season. He's entertaining, which means the camera likes him. So I think production will like him. So I don't think he will be the first rookie out. I don't see him making it halfway through the season, but I think he's going to make it far just because I think he's going to entertain us. I heard a lot of the girls like him. They think he's cute. So I think they'll keep him around for a storyline for a few episodes. So, I mean, what can you say when it's 14th pick?
Yeah, I had him at number 15 on my list. So
last. Well, that means I have Joseph, and that is, I mean, I'll take him over Josh. To me, if I give all honesty, I think Joseph will probably be the first boot, because in every interview I watched, no one said a nice thing about him, not his personality, but just about him physically in the game. Like, everyone said he was the weakest, and so I could see him easily be thrown in first and be out.
I think the stigma of America's Got Talent is going to be the one where people are going to be like, oh, like somebody on my comment section was like, you don't have to be running like 10Ks or doing anything physical on like the Real World or X on the Beach. So why is everybody getting on up in arms about a guy coming from America's Got Talent? And I completely agree. I think we should cast a wider net to see what kind of competitors we can get for the challenge. If they bring something exciting and fun and new to the challenge, I'm all for it. I just think with the name or coming from a show like America's Got Talent, I think that's going to be setting alarm bells with the vets going like, I want to see what he can do in elimination. Right. I want to see, test him out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think that could be a thing against him. Nothing. I think he's a great person from all the interviews I watched of him. But yeah, I think it's just the America's Got Talent tag that could be a downfall for him.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump over to the girls. Um oh, we are going at an hour. So this is fun. You know when they say time flies when you're having fun, like it didn't seem like it's been an hour. So let's jump right over to the girls. For the girls, we have Drew, Angie, Charles. We're gonna see how Charles likes to be in that number three spot. I'm telling you, that number three spot was hard for the boys because I had to watch a lot of people slip away. But Drew, who do you have first?
I think it's easy to say who I'm going to go picking, and it's going to be Cam. She's coming in after not being
oh my
on
God.
the challenge for last season. Thank goodness, because that bunker was terrible, and I did not want Cam Roy to be a part of that. Cam is fantastic. I think she's one of the best overall well-rounded players that is on the challenge right now. She is well politically, physically, mentally. She can do puzzles. She can kick your butt. And she knows how to make moves, and she knows how to make friends, and that's how she was able to get people inside the alliance with Ashley coming into on World of Worlds 2. She didn't see a single elimination that season with Leroy. I think they're going to come in as a power couple. I will say that some people have brought up to me that they are the only couple, so that could play in a target on their back. But the last couple of seasons, couples aren't as threatening or on people's radars as they have been. Paulie and Cara were on as a couple for a couple of seasons, and they weren't thrown into eliminations for that. Tori and Jordan weren't targeted because they were a couple. They were targeted because nobody liked them, or at least Jordan was. So I think that's where. And Cam also, I did some research. She has a fantastic elimination record, and she has never left before episode 9 of any season she's on. So I have the highest hopes, and I think this is her season.
I agree. I like Cam. She is one of those experienced, is a good teacher that she has seen many different types of eliminations. She's had to go up against, what did they call those people when they come, the mercenaries, and she's beat them. Like, she's not scared of anything.
When she beat Tori and Ashley.
Yeah.
She's not scared of anything. I think this is Cam's season to win. Like, I would love to see Cam win for the girls. Now, do we know, just a side note, is it a male winner and a female winner, or is it just a pairs? You have to win as a pair, or is that jumping too far ahead?
I have no idea.
I think finals have been all solo recently.
I'm hoping it's a solo type of final for Cam, because depending on who her partner is, that could screw her up. I think Cam could do it. I think that's a great first pick. A lot of people like Cam.
Yeah, I completely agree. Cam was my number one overall. That's why you heard me. I just like, oh, such a pick. Yeah, I definitely wanted Cam. Cam, her only downside really is the fact that she can't swim at all. She's probably the worst female swimmer. Cam cannot swim at all.
But it's cold. They're in Iceland. How much swimming are they going to be doing?
We don't know that, though. You never know.
I will say in the teaser, the trailer, there's like 2 that they show that they're in water. I just hope that it's not a ton, because last season things got crazy on Cold War where Nelson was taken to the hospital. So
yes,
Charles is putting a lot into the swimming, but I hope there's not a lot of swimming.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, so she was my number one, but congrats, Drew. That was a great pick.
Thank you.
That was a great first pick. Now I go at number 2, and I'm at a crossroads. I'm going to flip it on myself. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to go with my number 2 pick instead of my number 1 pick. And I'm going to go with Lolo. I'm going to pick Lolo first, and let me tell you why. I had Natalie as my number 1 pick because, you know, I love me some Natalie from Survivor Amazing Race. I love her. But Lolo is a rookie, but not a rookie. Like, Lolo has done, Stars versus Champs, Champs versus Stars before. She's an elimination beast. It's not a challenge out there that she can't find a way to win. She definitely will do great with whoever she's partnered with. So, and no one, when they talked about threats in that threat video, everyone said Lolo was a beast, Lolo was a threat. When Lolo gets her red skull, no one's gonna say, I want to challenge you. No one's gonna challenge her. So I'm riding with my girl Lolo, and she's entertaining. As crazy as she is, I love to see her on television. She entertains me. So that's my first pick.
Yeah, Lolo, amongst the group, she is feared. Um, I think she is top 5 females there, but I don't know what it is in the universe. In the universe, it's telling me that we're going to see a Lolo Cam or a Lolo versus Anissa or a Lolo versus Tori matchup this season. And you never know because Ashley got real close with Lolo in an elimination. So Lolo is great, but she is not unbeatable. That's all I would like to say about her.
She's no one's unbeatable depending on what the elimination challenge is. But out of the 3 you named, the only I would be worried about was Cam. Like, I see Lolo beating Tori. Lolo and Anissa is laughable. Anissa's going home. So
you don't count out Anissa, baby. She a little heavy this season. Don't count her out.
I'm gonna be honest. I had Lolo kind of low on my list. When going back through, when I was doing my player previews for my video on all these players, Lolo, when watching Champs versus Pros, had a really terrible social game. She was thrown into 3 eliminations by her team. And it was because she rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Even Ashley, I took a soundbite, and Ashley said that she had a bigger mouth than Johnny Bananas, which is hard to say. So that could play in a target on her back. For the promo video, that she is a big threat. Maybe people are willing to throw her into elimination as many times to try to get her out as soon as possible. And we did see Lolo get 3rd place in Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother season 2. So maybe she worked on her social game. But I don't know. Something is telling me that she can win 3 eliminations, 1 against a vet, like Charles said, got close to losing to Ashley. She won 2 against 2 pros, and one of them gave up because she was way smaller than Lolo in the balls in, and she kind of just gave up in the second round to give Lolo the easy win. Can Lolo beat multiple vets in elimination? I just don't know.
I think so. I think she has that mindset where, they say a lot of the elimination, you have to get your mind right and get like Lolo has that focus to where she's not scared of anyone. And so she's not going to think of it like, oh, they're a vet. They're not going to rattle her mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys are making me second guess myself, but I'm riding with Lolo. Like, I like her. I'm riding with her. So yeah. Charles, I guess I gave you an easy first pick. Who do you have? I already know who it is. Who do you have?
Okay, so let me say one last thing about Lolo, because I love Lolo, mind you, but I don't know if we're going to see Lolo at the end of the game. I feel like with Lolo, her team might throw her in because she's not liked, and I feel like the rest of the house may vote another strong girl in to take her out. Is why I said what I said. I feel like they may throw her up against a Cam or a Natalie or a Tori to take her out because the rest of the house might not like her. And she would just have no choice at that point.
To ensure a strong female leaves, yeah.
Definitely saying, especially pulling that rookie card, like, let's just throw in Lolo and Natalie and one of them has to go home. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I hope that doesn't happen, but okay, Charles, who's your first pick?
Okay, so my first pick is going to be Natalie. Now, I heard some rumors about Natalie, which They may be true, they may not be true. But because I have the first double pick, I'm willing to even have her on my team for bragging rights. You know, that's my girl. I love me some Natalie. So at the end of the day, I can just say Natalie was on my team, you know? I
True.
think she could take Lolo out. I think she could take Cam out. I think she could take any of these girls out because Natalie is great at puzzles. She can swim. She's strong. She's the number one overall female for me. So I will definitely take Natalie off of your hands.
I definitely agree. Natalie was number one on my list, and I jumped to Lolo just because I feel like Lolo has more experience, and a piece of me feels like the challenge house, the craziness might turn off Natalie. It The challenge house is not Survivor or Amazing Race. Like it's like a sorority fraternity house, and I don't want to say people are too old, but is she too mature to want to sit through that and all the foolishness and drama that goes on in the challenge house? I don't know. But I know Natalie can. I feel like out of every woman on this list, Natalie probably could take any of them out in elimination. I do feel that strongly about her competition skills.
Yeah. Natalie is really good of a competitor. Like I said with Nam, I think we've seen a lot that will translate well into the challenge. I think Natalie, we have the most information about with her 2 seasons on the challenge, 2 seasons on the Amazing Race, really one episode really on the Amazing Race.
True.
But but I think what bodes well for her is that we just saw her not too long ago on Survivor. It's not like she's just coming from season 29. She's coming from 40, where she showed that she had a lot of endurance, has puzzles, can swim. She can do all that stuff. But I had her at number 4 behind my number 1 Cam and then 2 other women vets. I just think that with Angie's theme of experience, I just felt like Natalie is a top 5 competitor. I just couldn't put her over 2 other strong women that I felt like I think has a little bit more oomph to give in the challenge.
After this is all over, Charles, I want to know the rumor, as long as it's not a spoiler. Is it a spoiler rumor?
Oh, it's very spoilerific. Yes. It's very spoilerific.
When this is finished, we don't want to spoil anybody that's watching, but when this is over, I want
we
to
don't
know the
want
rumor.
That's why I'm not saying it.
I've been staying away from spoilers as much as I can.
I don't want to. And Twitter, they have a lot of people that just love to tweet out spoilers, and I hate it. But let's go into round 2. Yes.
But yeah,
leading into round 2.
Somebody I don't think either of you like, but she is a former female football player, and she's great at competitions. She was on Big Brother. She came 2nd place on her rookie season, and her name is Casey. Casey is my number 2 pick. You guys are giving me some great girls because I love the 2 that I got. I think Casey is very underrated because she's not vocal. I think she's the girl that will say, "Oh, I'll just show you." She's not going to do that arguing. She's not going to do all that hoopla.
Yeah.
But she'll see you in that elimination, and she'll probably send you home.
Agreed. I like. No, don't want to lie. I don't like Casey just because I just never liked her from Big Brother. But that's on a personal, like, just TV show like thing. Excuse me. I like Casey as a competitor. I feel like 100% Casey is going to get a red skull and is going to be able to protect her red skull. She kind of has that Josh thing where I just don't want to root for her. She does a lot of slick things. I didn't like the way she treated Bailey last season. It's very hard. I'm hoping she'll loosen up more and at least, like, I don't know really too much about her personality. Like, show me something.
We don't want her too loose because then her and Nani might get Her
Well,
and
if that's
Nani
what it's
might get
gonna be,
together if it's too
let
loose.
it
We can't
be.
get her
That's
too
Nani's
loose.
soulmate. That's her soulmate. If it is, it's gotta be what it's gonna be. I don't know, but I think that's a great pick. I mean, Natalie Casey, you can't go wrong with that start.
Yeah, I had Casey at number 3, just from a competitor standpoint. I think as a competitor, it's going to be tough for anybody to take her out one-on-one. As a person who watches the show, when I look to see what she gives to the show, if Bailey wasn't on last season and they didn't have their fight or their call outs, I don't think Casey would have gotten any screen time whatsoever. I think she plays very under the radar. I mean, and that's her game. She doesn't have anybody calling her out. She can now kiss Nani and throw Nani a bone as much as she wants without anybody calling her out, because nobody's going to call her out. She's going to be friends with everybody. She's going to be under the radar. She's going to get a skull. And then I think she's going to make it to another finals, barring from anybody doing Lolo what Charles said they might do to Lolo. They might do it to Casey, but then again, she's coming in as a vet, quote unquote vet now. She's a sophomore. And they could just be like, cool, I'm cool with Casey. Keep her on the side.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. I think she
People
might be a
attacking or
back-to-back.
throwing her in. Yeah. I can see her at a final 2. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Oh, I'm next. Okay, I'm next. Let me see. I'm just going to stick to my trusty piece of paper, and I'm going to go with Tori. She's going to be my number 5 pick. One thing about Tori in the rumor mill is that she's no longer with Jordan now. Did she break up with Jordan before or after this was taped?
I guess after.
After. Okay, so she's probably still.
I mean, the
high
post
on
came out
Jordan.
after, I guess. So, like, I don't know.
I guess that doesn't have anything to do with anything, but she's not there with Jordan. And with Jordan not being there, I think opens up Tori to not have that weight of having to defend her fiance on her shoulders and like jumping into the middle of fights and yeah, I know you don't like Jordan, but can you work with me? Like it frees Tori to be herself and to be the Tori that I've liked. Because I've always liked Tori. I think she's a great competitor. She had that strong rookie season. So I think she can do it again. And I think she has a lot of friends in the house that will help protect her.
I think
Can she defend a Red Skull? I don't know.
Yeah, I think another thing is I think a lot of people, when I remember she got eliminated by Jenna, I think a lot of people blamed her loss on Jordan because he pushed her too fast, too early to get into the elimination. I also think that she underestimated Jenna wholeheartedly. I think a lot of people did. I think a lot of people thought, oh, she's having a fight with Zach. Yeah, she's going to quit. She's just going to give it to you. She's just going to hand it over to you. And I think she thought that too. And then she kind of was in La La Land in that elimination, and then she just could not win it. So
yeah, because she thought it was going to be given to her.
Yeah, my worry is that she might jump too early into an elimination just because she hears 10 skulls. I think she would have been like, oh, I'm going to wait a little bit. But I think maybe hearing only 5 skulls I can get, I think maybe she could jump in too early and maybe do the same thing over again. I don't know, but it helps that Jordan's not on this season, I feel, for her.
I think these first 2 or 3 eliminations, people are going to jump to try to get those, like especially if they win that individual challenge of the day. They're going to want to jump to get those and then force people to want to come after them and try to take them out. Tori, I would say don't do that, girl, because I don't think people will be scared to go in against Tori.
Yeah. Where do you have her, Charles?
I have Tori at number 5 overall for the females. I agree with both of you guys. I think Tori is a great competitor. She just reminds me of a collegiate athlete that just loves to go to practice, that loves to run laps, that loves to, she loves to do things. But I think that might bite her in the tail this time, because jumping in too early and holding on to that Red Skull she might be the first Red Skull taken as well for the
Mhm.
women, because Cam is not scared of her. Lolo's not scared of her.
No
Those
one.
women would go up against her, you know. But I agree with you guys. She is well liked by everybody in the house. She has literally beef with no one, but she has lost several times. So yeah,
She just
we'll
needs to
see.
be strategic about when she goes in and who she goes in against.
Yeah.
So, Drew, it is on you to close out round 2.
All right. So I'm feeling good because my number 2 pick is still up on the board, and I'm very happy about that. And I'm going to go and I'm going to get on the board with a champ finally, because you two have champ. So I'm going to get my own champ, and I'm going to get Ashley Millionaire Mitchell on my side. She is a champion. She's coming into this season. She has a pattern, and it's kind of a weird pattern where she gets very far into a season. The next season, she leaves early, and then she makes it far the next season. It happened in Invasion of the Champs, where she won Dirty 30. She was out episode 1. The next season, she won the $1 million and took it all for herself in Final Reckoning. Then the next season, she was out in like episode 2 in War of the Worlds. And then War of the Worlds 2, she made it to the finals. Last season, she was out in episode 4. And now she's coming in. If that pattern holds up, we could be seeing a lot of Ashley this season. And yeah, I'm going to pick a champ and have her. I'm not going to lose out on not having a champ while you two have champs of your own.
I think Ashley is a great pick. I didn't have Ashley that high. I had Ashley coming as a pick in the next round, not the second round. But she is someone who definitely, when it comes to those partner competitions, if she has a great partner, she can definitely win a lot of those eliminations and control a lot of who gets thrown in. Like, I can definitely see that being Ashley. Ashley loves to be in control. She loves having that power. So, and she's entertaining. Like, she's not going to go home for a while. I can see her at least making it to that mid-season trailer. So I like Ashley. I don't think people will be scared of her. Like, oh, she's a champ, I won't challenge her, I'm scared to go in. But depending on what that elimination is, she's not an easy beat at all.
No.
Where did you have Ashley?
Yeah,
Charles?
I agree. If this season they have to go up against the pair, then I think Ashley will not be chosen to go up, into elimination, because she's partnered with CT. And the fact that she has such a strong male partner, she's going to be shielded by him for a while. And I think she'll be able to pick the girl she wants to take out. And again, like earlier, I said she matched up well with Lolo Jones. So I think Ashley is very strong. She's, she cuts it on when she needs to. I had her at number 7 overall, but I do think she's definitely top tier.
Okay. Now, I know for the eliminations, you get thrown in as a pair, but you compete individually. So, like, CT might save her, where they might be like, we don't want to throw CT in, so Ashley can't go in.
Right.
But if they go in, she doesn't depend on CT to win. She has to win that elimination on her own. And if she goes home, then CT just gets a new partner.
But I don't think anybody wants to burn CT. So
I agree.
CT's not going to go in unless he wants to go in, unless we agree that I'm going in.
But remember,
you're not throwing me in.
It's secret votes this year too, so you don't have CT staring you down. Like, you can go in secret and stab CT in the back all you want. Because it's secret.
Now, there's 2 things I will say about Ashley, and one is in my favor, one is not in my favor. And one that's in my favor is that at one point in a trailer or whatever, she is carrying a log for Corey in one of the daily challenges. And the second one that's not in my favor is that she is doing that one where you're hanging upside down on the pole, and then it looks like she's the one that falls off in that elimination. So I don't know what comes first. So, we'll see what happens.
Right. I'm telling you,
Okay.
Angie, the trailers, they give you those nuggets in those trailers, Angie. You got to put them
But do
together. You got to
see
put them
these
together.
glasses? You see these glasses? I can't tell who's hanging on that pole in that little 30-second trailer. Okay, let's go into round 3. Drew, you're up first.
You know, I'm feeling pretty good about picking my first, and I'm getting my first and second picks that I wanted, that I have ranked on my list. I think I'm going to go, and it's going in order because I have these two that I've been going back and forth with, but I'm going to pick the rookie Amber from Big Brother 16. When doing research on her Big Brother season, she is physical, she is sociable, and she is like taller than a lot of the other women that were on that season. So I feel like she'll stack up well on the season for the challenge. She got really screwed over on her Big Brother season because of a delusional cowboy and a fake love triangle that really screwed up their like boys only partnership with, and I guess Victoria was in there too. But she got kicked out because of things that weren't having anything to really do with her or flaws in her game. And like Charles said, she's with Darrell. I think she's going to be a competitor, but being paired up with Darrell for any period of time, I think she will have that eye of the tiger and want to win. So I'm going to lock in Amber. She was at my number 5, but I was going back and forth between her and Nicole Z. But I'm going to go with Amber.
5 was kind of high for Amber. I had her in at number 10, and I guess I only marked her so low because she was a rookie. But out of all the rookies, I guess you can't count Natalie and Lolo. So outside of those 2 female rookies, she was the first. She's like at the top of the female rookies.
Yeah.
I just love Amber from Big Brother, and I agree she got screwed over on Big Brother. I just want to see her on my TV screen again. I want to see how she does on the challenge. I hope her personality shines in a way to where even if she doesn't, maybe if she gets knocked out 3rd or 4th, that her personality shines enough to where she'll be invited back. Because I would love to see her be a regular on this show, because she deserves the opportunity to show what she can do. And I think she can do a good job, especially having the motivation of Darrell behind you. If she can keep Darrell as a partner.
Yeah, I completely agree with Drew in this instance. I had Amber at number 6 overall for the females. I had her right under Tori and right above Ashley. Amber is like 5'9", 5'10", and she's athletic. She's strong. So I don't see her being an easy one to take out. I think it may be hard for her to hold on to that skull, but I think she could easily take out the bottom half of this female list. Yeah. So she was going to be the one I took next, but yeah, she's gone. Yeah. Good pick.
I'm
Great
kind
pick.
of scared of my list. Like, we're all out of order. Like, I'm at 10, you're at 5. Okay. Am I next? Okay, I'm next. So this person is number 6 on my list, and that's Teresa. Teresa is back after being gone many seasons. I think I saw on Instagram that I think she had 2 kids. So, because I remember she said she's going to miss her babies. So she has that motivation of getting money for her babies. I like Teresa. She's a great competitor. Like, when I was doing my challenge rewatches over quarantine, she was a beast, and she's made it to a few finals, and I like her. She's back with a few people that she's been partnered with in the past, Leroy, Wes. She has friends from past challenges here. She's going to be in a great alliance. She's going to have some good protection. I don't see people really coming for her. I don't see her really having any beef. I do remember she did remind me of her beef with Nany, but that was so long ago. Are they still going to be beefing? I hope not. I really do hope not. But I'm excited to have Teresa on my team. I think she's someone who can get a Red Skull and defend it if she has to.
Yeah, I think I had her at number 7. So we were kind of close in thinking. I think the thing that gets me, the thing that's with Teresa is that she looks better than she's ever done before. Like, she looks so much better. Like, it doesn't even look like she's taken 10 seasons off or 9
No, it
seasons off.
doesn't.
She looks like she's coming back right after making the finals in Battle of the Exes 2, and she just stepped out of a time machine. She looks fantastic. I think she's ready to compete. The only things that got me with Teresa and why I have her at number 7 and not higher is that everything that we know about her in her challenge history could be all moot at this point because she's taken such a long time off. Like, she wasn't the best at puzzles. She was more of a physical player, but who's to say she didn't do so many puzzles throughout this time that she's been taken off. And I think the one thing that benefits her is that she is going to get all the benefits of being a vet, but not having any animosity from recent seasons of the challenge. Like, nobody's going to be like, oh, like you said with Nany, I don't think that's going to be even questioned of beef or anything. I think they're both going to look at each other like, we're a number for each other. So let's just work together.
And that's a good thing you just said there. Like, she's going to get all the respect of being a vet, but like the newer people who've never played with her, they aren't going to have any beef of, oh, you said this about me, or oh, you threw me in that season, or oh, you took. So, hey, that makes me feel a lot better. What do you think, Charles? Where did you have Teresa?
That's a catch-22. I think Teresa is definitely going to be the mom, let's say, of the season. But I think the newer women will see that as an easy skull. So I see her very similar to Ashley. I would literally, if I gave them points, I would give her and Ashley the same number of points on. You can literally flip a coin, and that would tell you who would win between those two women. So she's mid-tier for me. I have her at number 10 on my list. I don't know if the missing the children is going to kick in, and she's not going to really have the oomph weeks on end. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't know how she's been. Hasn't been here for a long time. So
yeah,
I think it says a lot to have
used to it, or she may be very emotional.
That's true.
I think it says a lot to have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old at home, and you leave them for Iceland all the way across the world in a pandemic. She wants that money and she wants to be there. So I don't think missing the kids is going to be, I mean, she's going to miss them, but I don't think it's going to cause her to do anything to mess up her game.
I don't know.
Quarantine on top of that. And add that quarantine on top of that.
Right.
Because you have to be quarantined for 2 more weeks and then jumping in there.
Right. For you to do all that, you've already got your mindset on, okay, I'm doing this for my babies. I'm going to miss them, but it's not going to affect the game, I don't think. No. Okay, Charles, let's close out round 3. Who do you have?
All right, for round 3, I'm going to go ahead and take Nicole off the table. I think that's an easy one for this round. Nicole, I have her at number 8, I believe. Yes, 8. I don't know. She's physically strong, but I think, first of all, I hate her voice. I hate when she's in the confessionals and talking on my screen. I can't stand her voice. But the only storyline I know her having was with her and Laurel, and Laurel's not there. So it's like, what? Why is Nicole here? What is? I don't know. But yeah, Nicole's my 3rd pick.
I'm happy Laurel's not there. I could not do another season of anything because they just got off of that X on the Beach stuff with Nicole and Laurel. I would not have wanted to see that. Nicole is a pretty fiery competitor. Like, she's not someone to sleep on. I don't necessarily she can aggravate me as well. But at least she's going to give us something. She's going to entertain us. She's definitely going to hit on all the girls. That's just what she does. Is she single though? I don't know. She's in a relationship. She might not. But she's going to give us good TV. And I don't see Nicole being scared to go in there and get a Red Skull either. But it's a lot of the girls are pretty stacked. It's a lot of great competitors that can easily take out Nicole. But she's a good mid-round solid pick.
Yeah, I actually was going back and forth between Amber and Nicole. Nicole is coming into her third season. She made the finals in her first 2 seasons, never been eliminated. She's only seen 1 elimination, and that was the last underdog elimination in Invasion of the Champs. Nobody wants to go up against her. She didn't see a single elimination in Vendettas. She had a fantastic season in Vendettas before she hurt her ankle in the finals and had to be DQ'd. She's a strong competitor. The only thing is that, like Angie said, this is a stacked cast, and I have a feeling she could be seeing more than 1 elimination, which is totally unheard of for her so far in her challenge seasons. Can she win multiple eliminations, especially only seeing 1 in her first 2 seasons? And her win came from going up against Amanda one-on-one after Ashley and Amanda had to work together to beat her in the first elimination, and then Nicole took out Amanda. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting, I think.
And that's a good point you made, because when you look back on those seasons when Nicole never got voted in, she was usually the strongest woman there, or one of, like, she was the threat. You were scared to go against Nicole. No one wanted to go in against her. So I think she's gonna find that narrative a lot different this season. She's gonna see I'm not the big dog girl on campus anymore. Like, it's some people that can take me out. Okay. So, we're going into round 4. Charles, you're first in round 4. Who do you have?
Yeah, so this is my final pick, basically, because the next person I get is just going to be given to me.
It's who's last.
So
yes.
I'm going to. There's a There's a big drop off in talent. So those people that have been taken were phenomenal, and from here on out, it's a drop off. I'm going to go ahead and take Aneesa though. I'm going to take Aneesa. She seems to be cursed with the never going to win, never going to get it curse. But I'm hoping that Aneesa can catch a break. I just want her to catch a break. And let's see if I don't know. I love Aneesa personally. She's great at puzzles. She's very intelligent. She's strong. It seems like I'm not sure, but looking at her interviews and things, this might be the worst shape I've ever seen her in. So I don't know how that's going to translate. But yeah, I'm just going to take Aneesa because I like her personally.
How can you tell? She has on a big sweatshirt in all of her interviews.
I've watched every season Aneesa's been on, so I know her. I know from her body type and everything. I've seen her throughout all the years. She just doesn't. Yeah, she just doesn't look her best this time around. Like we've seen CT. CT looks great coming into this season. So, there's obvious changes there.
Okay. I will give you that going into the 4th round, Aneesa is the best pick. She definitely has the experience. She is an elimination beast. She's won her fair share of eliminations. She's not scared to go into an elimination. And depending on what it is, she has a good probability of winning. Aneesa is also a great partner if the partner doesn't have to hold on to her. And no shade. I mean, she's just a thicker girl. Those kind of challenges where you got to hold on, those are hard. But if it's a challenge where you have to lift something, tug weight, push, pull, jump, hold on, Aneesa can hold her own, and she's a great partner to have. So I think that's a great pick. You actually stole my pick. I was going to pick her next in the fourth round. So that was a good job. What do you think, Drew?
I think it's a great pick. I think if you're picking off of your theme, Angie, then Anissa is the perfect one to pick. She is coming in, like you said, she's seen the second most eliminations in this cast list, only second to Wes, who's seen 22. And she has won her fair share. I think she's just lost a few more than she's won, but she is coming off of a season where she won against Jenna, who won against Tori earlier in that season. Then she beat Jenna and then was thrown into an elimination against Bailey, and probably one of the worst eliminations that she could have gotten, which is trying to go in and out of a car. So it was really tough for her. Bailey was able to win that against her. I really hated how Anissa was done last season. She had her skull. She was ready. Too. She was ready to go.
She was ready. And I hated that too. And one thing I saw in Anissa's video is that she's upset, which I would be too, at CT and Wes. It wasn't Wes, but whoever was there was like, oh, I don't want to be partnered up with Anissa, so let's throw her in against Bailey.
Bananas, clearly, Corey.
Yeah. Corey, she's pissed at them. So if she ever does have any power, I can see her wanting to throw them in, because she said, TJ said it was an individual game all last season. Why would you think you're going to be in a pair in the final? And that's supposed to be your friend. Off of GP, they should have thrown in, what was the pregnant girl?
Melissa?
They should have thrown Melissa in there. Mm-hmm. Or was she in the tribunal? I don't remember.
She quit anyways.
She quit the fight. Yeah, and that had pissed me off even more. I don't want to go backwards because that's last season. But I definitely would like to see Anissa at least try a final. I don't see it this season. Hopefully this won't be her last season, but I want to see Anissa go far. Okay. I'm next again, and like I said, I was kind of pissed you took Anissa in the fourth round. That was who I was going to pick. I'm stuck between two picks, and a draft of experience, I'm just gonna go with Nany. I'm looking at you all's faces, and you all look like that ain't hurting me.
I was just wondering if you're gonna stick to your theme.
That was my thing. I was gonna go with a rookie, but I do have the rookie higher on my list, but I feel like I'm gonna stick with Nany because Nany is the type of person where she has enough friends in this house to where they can help her strategically go into an elimination and not just be thrown into an elimination against a Lolo or against Tori. I feel like people would at least help her get a Red Skull. I don't think for a second Nany could defend a Red Skull. Nany needs to play the stay out of that proving ground into the end and then try to fight the weakest person for their Red Skull. Because if she has to go in there early and get it, someone is going to easily snatch it from her. And it is what it is. I think Nany is a great partner, though. I don't know. Who is Nany's partner? She's with Kyle. That might not help her. But if someone could kind of trade and she can finesse her way to a better partner, Nany is great at these partner challenges. Whenever it's a partner season, Nany goes far if she has a great partner. So I think she can do the same this season. Where did you all have Nany?
She can swim.
Charles, I'm like Drew. They are in Iceland. How much water do you think these people gonna be in?
It's always a factor. Always a factor.
Do you want to
Where
go,
did you all
Charles?
have Nani?
I had Nani at number 13 out of 15. I had her right below Gabby and right above Amber M. Um, I think Nani is there for the showmances and there to bring the feisty drama. Um, I don't see her beating any of the top 10 or 12 women up here in a one-on-one competition unless it's swimming. Like I said, she can beat Cam in swimming, but that's about it. Yeah,
They're gonna have
so
a pool at the
Nani is not
elimination.
someone I'm looking for. You never know. They could bring tanks of water into the
They
elimination. You
could,
gotta hold your
where you have
breath
to
to get
hold your
puzzle pieces or
breath.
something. You never know. Mm-hmm.
That's the
I
one
had
she needs to be in.
I actually have her at number 9 on my list. For what Angie brought up as being a partner season. Out of all of her eliminations, I mean, she's been in like 12 eliminations. She's 3-9. Not the best elimination record coming into a season where you have to win elimination. But if you add in the Battle of the Exiled into those, which was from X's 2, she went 4 for 4. She won 4 in a row with Bananas. So when looking at her elimination record, all of her wins came from partner seasons. And I think the challenge did her dirty on War of the Worlds. She was partnered up with Turbo. She was winning daily challenges. They split them up, and then they duct tape her to a chair, and she couldn't get out. And it was the saddest thing because I felt like that was the first time she was actually going to get to her second finals and possibly win with Turbo. But they threw that twist in there. Yeah, I think going off of being a partner season and her experience, I put her at number 9.
What did you have with Charles?
13 out of 15.
Oh, you said that. Okay. So we're over Nani. Let's go to the last pick of the 4th round. Drew, who do you have?
All right. With you picking Nani, it actually opened things up for me to just dive right into pretty much the rookie pool here. I'm going to go with my number 8, and that's going to be Amber M from Are You the One season 8. Finally, a representative from Are You the One season 8. She was loved in that house and in that game. She played with her heart most of the time, but then at the end, she went with her head, she went with her gut, and she was able to help the team win the whatever money because they lost in a blackout at one point. So I think it was like $750,000. They couldn't win the whole million. I think she is going to be underrated for her size, but I think she can, she is underestimated, that she could possibly put together an elimination win. Kind of like what you were saying about Nani, where she might have to go in early to get the matchup she wants, because at the end, it's going to be like all the tougher competitors that already have a skull she would have to go up against them. I feel like Amber needs to go in early. Maybe she'll get swapped with a different partner, and then she can make it very far into the season. She was voted most desired, and that counts for something, I feel.
This season, most desired?
Well, in her Are You the One season.
Oh, Are You the One? I didn't watch her on Are You the One, so I wasn't familiar with her on that level that you were. And I just kind of looked at Amber from the cast interviews, and everyone said she was the weakest. And I think it was first impressions, though. It wasn't like after the season interview. And they kind of talked about her size. So that's why I put her last on my list. But I didn't know all of that other stuff from Are You the One? When we get down to these last few picks, it's not too much to really say. All I can really say is I just want to see what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Is she going to entertain me? And if she does get thrown in there, she is a rookie. I want to see what she can do.
Yeah. I think small women have it tough, but watching her interviews, how she was already defeated about going against Lolo and she hadn't been in elimination yet. So I just didn't like that about her, because Camilla is really small, but she's feisty and wasn't afraid of anybody. So you can be small and feisty, you can be the male Derek, and it doesn't matter your size per se. But I had her at number 14 out of 15 on my list.
Okay. Well, let's close out the girls. We're in our 5th round. Drew, you have the first pick.
All right. I'm going to stick with a rookie. I'm going to go with Gabby Allen from Love Island, UK. If she performs as well as the other Love Islanders, as in Theo and Georgia, they've been in 5 eliminations each, 4-1 elimination records, both made the finals on their rookie season. She's also a trainer and a fitness coach. She's written like fitness books. And she also has been on Celebrity Big Brother UK, and she made it to the finals on that season. Also, this finals also meant that 6th place. She got 6th place, but still made it as a finalist. I don't know how Big Brother works in the UK, apparently. But I think that just is a testament that she has the physicality. She can play a social game, and I'm excited to see what she can do on the season.
Agreed. I would have went with Gabby as well on this final round. I don't know much about her. I've heard good things about her in the interviews. I can't wait to see what she's going to do. Charles.
Yeah, Gabby is someone I would have I guess this late in the game would have taken as well. I have her right above Nany, and I don't think much of Nany, but Gabby, she's better than somebody else that you guys might just give me, and I'm just dreading it because I'm just sitting here and I'll just take who you're going to give me.
I am looking at this list. So let's just get right into it. There's 2 women left. We have Big T and is it Liv? Mm-hmm. I don't know Liv. Mm-hmm. I heard Big T and Liv were on the same UK show, so they know each other. Is it beef? Do they have beef, or they just won the same show?
They did have beef on that show. When Big T first arrived to the island, because Liv was already there, they were like partying, and then Liv brought up that she believes in mermaids, like for real, and Big T called her dumb for that. And so they both like were yelling at each other, but they squashed the beef that night. And I think Big T has come out recently. This was done in 2019, but I mean, she came out and said that Liv was like one of her best friends, or one of her better friends. Yeah.
I really don't know who to pick, Charles. I really don't. I wish you would tell me who you don't want so I can give you that person. I'm going to stick with my motto of this entire draft of experience being a good teacher. And only because Miss Cotton Pads has been on the show a few times, I'm going to go with Big T. I'm going to go with Big T. One, Big T is not a competitor, and that's just on period. I think as soon as she hits that proving ground floor, she's out. But Big T is very well liked. Like, people love Big T. They love partying with Big T. They love hanging out with her in the house. She has many friends, or people who she thinks are her friends. Remember, she thought the Unholy Girls were her friends last season, but they really weren't. If she can stay sober and not fall over on chairs, she might do well. I don't know. What can you say? Like, has she ever really even proved herself? Like, she didn't even get to go in last season because she cut her foot open.
The only time I've seen Big T compete was against Georgia. Didn't she go against Georgia that one time?
Yeah, episode 2.
She put up a little fight. Yeah, she put up a little fight. So you took the right one out of the two. You guys left me with
You didn't
the
want Big
worst
T?
out of the bunch.
Oh,
But
Liv. Only because
no,
we
I didn't
don't
want
know Liv.
Olivia. Yeah.
Because she might be she might be that firecracker Camilla. We don't know. Like, she could be rookie of the season for all you know. We just don't know her. Charles.
Yeah. I doubt that, but we'll see. We'll see. She might, you never know, she might turn up and be like a Coral or something. Uh, um, who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But Big T is I think the better of the two.
I agree. I mean, at least Big T is going to entertain me. Like, she makes me laugh, and I couldn't stand that cotton pad thing last season, but I like Big T. Hopefully, she's learned some of the political things, and she's had a few seasons to really see how people can manipulate, and maybe she might have a breakout strategy. We just don't know. But when it comes to eliminations, I don't think she's gonna win. So Charles, you get Liv. Um, I know we've already discussed the little I know
Thanks,
about
guys.
Liv.
Appreciate it.
Someone has to have a last pick. I have to get Joseph. So hey, it's part of fantasy. It's part of the game.
I will
It's
say
part of the
that
thing.
Big T, I hated how she went out last season just because I felt like she was finally getting her footing. She was starting to talk to people. She was kind of getting how the game was going. She was out episode 2 on her first season. Then she got like a little bit of power with the tribunal and she was talking. I mean, people were seeing right through it, but at least she was getting her feet wet. She was
She was
asking
doing
players
trying.
what to do, and she wanted to prove herself early. They just didn't throw her into the elimination early. I think what bodes well is that in the trailer, I feel as though I see her with CT a lot. At one point, it looks like she's getting ready for a hall brawl, and she's like running into CT who's standing in a doorway holding a pillow. So if she is going into an elimination and it's a hall brawl, I wonder who she might be going up against. Because looking at this list, she needs a good matchup. I feel like a solid matchup to where she can get that win. But I think I have high hopes that I think she will be more focused this season. With Liv, I've seen some clips on YouTube. I'm upset that I can't see more of that show. Came out in 2019. And I can't find it anywhere. It's like nobody wants to show this show, The Shipwreck 2019. It's been rebooted like 4 different times, so it's just nobody can find it. But the clips I've seen of her, she is strong-willed. She gets in people's faces when she feels like they cross the line, which I feel like could be beneficial but also hurtful in the challenge, especially as a rookie. I could paint a target on her back. But yeah, I have no idea. She's a huge wild card to me, in the same route that Joseph Allen is a huge wild card, in my opinion.
Yeah. So that is the end of our draft, guys. We have our team. We are set. There are no trades. You cannot trade. It's just we're going to ride this out to the end. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to get bragging rights for if we have the winner guy on our team, the winner girl on our team. And we're also going to get bragging rights for the person who has the most red skulls come finale, those 10.
At the end.
Whoever has the most red skull people, you get bragging rights for that as well. So
it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
Do you want to?
It's gonna be me.
Do you want to go over our lists?
We can go over our list. Charles, do you want to shout your list out first, starting with the guys, then the girls?
Yeah. So on my team, the winning team, hashtag the winning team. I have Fessy, Nam, Darrell, Devin, Josh, Natalie, Casey, Nicole, Anissa, and Liv. Yeah, pretty strong over here.
I will say your guys' team sounds really good, but I ain't scared of your girls' team. I'm not scared of your girls.
Don't shade my girls. Don't shade.
Okay, Drew, tell us who you have.
For my list for the Angel Camroys, I have Leroy, Corey, Nelson, Leo Rush, and Michi. And for my women, I have Cam, Ashley, Amber B, Amber M, and Gabby Allen.
That's not too bad either. Now, the Kiss My Cheeks Josh.
Pretty solid.
That's the name.
Pretty solid.
That's the name of my team. We have Wes, CT, Jay, Kyle, and Joseph. And then for the girls, I'm starting with Lolo, Tori, Teresa, Nani, and Big T. We're going to see Big T in this final, y'all. She's going to shock y'all.
Yeah, I honestly think if any two women are going to be like the underdog this season and make it far, it may be Big T or Amber B. Amber B or Big T, I think, have the most potential to do very, very well, because we really haven't seen what Big T can do, you know?
True.
We'll see.
Yeah, I agree.
We shall see. Now, for everyone that is watching, please note that throughout the season, we're going to do check-ins. We will post everything on our Twitters and social media, so you'll know when we're going to do a check-in that week, just so we can brag and talk crap amongst each other to see who has the most people off of their list and who's still holding strong. And just to catch you all up with the season, we are very excited for the challenge to start next week, Wednesday. I don't know what time, probably 8 or 9 o'clock. Now, is it true Monday they're going to show some kind of episode? Is that just going to be like a cast overview episode? Does anybody know?
It's I can only think of like with like War of the Worlds, they did something like where they had so many rookies, they were kind of going over like the house. They were going over some of the eliminations that we could see, some of the explosions and stuff. So I feel like they're going to do like an hour of just like TJ walking through the house and then seeing some of the rookies, seeing some like little things here and there, kind of like what they're doing with some of the stuff on their Twitter page. I feel like they're just going to drop in some videos of like the vets talking about the rookies talking about what they expect to see in their opening season stuff. So
just something to get us hype for Wednesday night. I cannot wait for Wednesday. Again, I want to thank you all for doing this with me. We have been talking for 2 hours and it does not feel like it. Like, I don't even know what it's 10 o'clock in real time, probably 11 o'clock your time. So this was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Let's go ahead and shout out our social media platforms and our YouTube pages. Drew, do you want to go first?
Sure. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Angelman, and I'm also on YouTube at Angel Cake Entertainment, where I talk about the challenge, Survivor, Big Brother, anything reality TV based, and super excited for this season. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Charles, shout out your social media and YouTube.
All righty. Again, thank you, Angie, for having me. You all can find me on Instagram at the Charles Warren. You can find me on Twitter, Charles Warren _, YouTube / Charles Warren online. Yeah, shout me out, hit me up. We talk about everything on this side.
Okay, and my social media is Kiss My Cheeks TV. I know right here it says Kiss My Cheeks Josh. That is my fantasy team name. But YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Kiss My Cheeks TV. That's where you can find me. Please look out throughout the season for our check-in videos. I'm sure because Charles is already talking smack. And we haven't even seen episode number 1. So I know this is going to be a great season. So thank you guys so
Angie.
much. What?
Oh my God, you better make me cry. So what if people start calling you Kiss My Cheeks Josh and you don't like Josh? It's going to be hilarious. Woo.
That is going to be hilarious. Everyone all the time thinks my name it's a play on words. People who know me knows that Cheeks is my son's nickname. And so when I say kiss my cheeks, it's a shout out to my son. But everyone thinks I'm saying kiss my ass. I'm really not, but it's a play on words. You can take it either way. It's fun. So in this case, I am saying like kiss my ass, Josh. That so I need to stop being like
Dang.
I don't hate Josh. I just don't like his TV personality. Like it doesn't vibe with me. But again, don't start calling me Kiss My Cheeks Josh. That is just the challenge fantasy name. And it's just all in fun. It's all in fun. Okay. Um,
Oh, that's
we're about to
funny.
sign off because we are hitting the 2 hour mark right now. I do want you all to stick around for 1 second because I want to hear this rumor that Charles knows. I don't want to spoil it for you all in YouTube land, but I want to know it. If y'all want to know it, get in the comments and I'll email it to you after Charles tells me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching us do this Challenge 36 draft of our fantasy teams. If you're watching this later on YouTube, thank you so much for sticking around watching us for these 2 hours. Get in the comments. Let us know who you draft as your top 5. You can play along with us. Pick a top 5 and see how many of your top 5s make it and play right along with us throughout the season. And with that, we will see you all later. Bye. Okay.